Hello, viewers, YouTubers, liberty lovers, and landlord-friendly people across the world. Welcome back. This is our series on being a landlord in New Hampshire. Our special guests, once again, Brittany Ping, Ledgeview Commercial.
Awesome. Thanks for having me on, Mark. These have been fun.
Today, let's do a quick market update, and I'd like you to look into your crystal ball.
Ah.
After a few years of double-digit increases in rents across the state, crazy low vacancy rates, why don't you tell us where we are here in August 2023 in regards to rents, where you see them going, and same with occupancy and vacancy rates.
Awesome. So New Hampshire Housing actually already released their landlord survey results. So Ledgeview Commercial participates in that. So they basically said, hey, rents have gone up a lot in the past 18 months to 2 years, but we're saying they're only increasing about 1% for 2024. And I think that we're in my crystal ball, right? So New Hampshire Housing just kind of gave away what they think HUD's going to do in New Hampshire. And they say that we're going to stabilize. So rent is going to stay relatively similar from 2023 in regards to HUD fair market rent to 2024. Now, here's my thing, is we saw HUD do this from 2019 to 2020 and 2020 to 2021. And I said, those are made up rates. Those are lies. They're not paying attention. They're not following what the market's actually doing. So if I had to say my crystal ball, I would definitely say that this year we've seen a stabilize, because a lot of landlords and the number of sales at the price that sales went up in the past 12 months, we saw a lot more movement than maybe was recorded, because people are still changing rents through the end of this year. And so 2024, I think what HUD's going to come up with isn't going to be 100%. It's going to be accurate in regards to the information they had available at the time. And I'm talking March, April, May, but they did not get accurate. I don't think that they're going to be accurate with what's actually happened through this summer and that I'm expecting to see this fall, which is that we're going to see rents continue to move a little bit up. 1% I don't think is going to be true. I would say it's going to be more like the 3 to 5% range. And we'll see that reflected for 2025 numbers. But I think that HUD numbers, I always just say they were made up for a few years there. So I'm projecting some made up HUD numbers. They're not going to look like our markets, but we're just going to have to live with them as agents.
That's a good update. That does sound like government work. We know better than to trust them. My clients ask me to look into my crystal ball and tell them what's going to happen. I say it looks more like a snow globe. It's a little fuzzy, a little blurry. But even though we've seen new construction on Elm Street and other parts of Manchester, there's still an unmet demand out there. There's still relatively low new construction compared to the number of housing units out there. As people acquire new buildings, they're still paying top dollar, and they do that with the expectation of being able to raise rents. So I think it may stabilize a little bit, level off, but I don't see rents dropping anytime soon. And for the viewers who look at the national news, you're going to see some different things going on in parts of Texas, Florida, out west, where prices and rents have subsided a little bit, but not here in New Hampshire. All real estate is local.
Yeah, and that's a big reason for that, is that our vacancy rates have not moved, right? So just like New Hampshire is one of the highest employed states per capita, like we're very, very, very low. Like we're top in the country for that as well, like in regards to vacancy rates. So in Manchester, we're below 1%. We've basically stayed between below 1% and 1% for the past 4 years. And I don't expect that to change. I would say, if anything, just if you have larger apartments, if you have kind of those 3 bedrooms or 4 bedroom units, they take a little bit more time in regards to vacancy. But that means that they're taking like maybe 60 days, not a few weeks time for like a 1 bedroom unit or something like that, especially in our C-class housing market that I work with on a daily basis. But I mean, worst case, HUD is saying that we're going to go up 1% in rents. That's a stabilization, considering they caught up with the 40% increase, just over like 1 year. They didn't necessarily, filter it through fair market rent. You can see a big jump in what they determined as fair market rent, instead of the slow scale that we saw rise in COVID.
Well, that's great. I appreciate the update. Of course, now it's on the interwebs forever, so people can hold us accountable.
I know your crystal ball was a lot more it was a lot less a lot more bulletproof, right? Mine is going to be able to like.
Yeah, you put actual numbers in there, and
I
people.
did.
So we're going to replay this in 6 months and see how we're doing. So maybe we'll do a quarterly update, and hold
that would be
ourselves
awesome.
accountable.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah. Did we beat the bureaucrats?
All right, Brittany Payne from Ledgeview Commercial. Thanks again. This has been a fun series. Appreciate all your time. People, visit Brittany at ledgeviewcommercial.com. I'm at porcupinerealestate.com, and we'll see you out there.
All right, thanks.